everyone. This is Amy Elmont with Teller Netcast. And joining me today from the CSU Extension is Mark Platten. Welcome, Mark.
Thank you. Good to be here, Amy.
And I thought just to start out, we would talk about what is Extension? What is this group called? The Extension Group.
Well, I wish I knew what Extension is and what it isn't. Really what CSU Extension is, and CSU stands for Colorado State University Extension. So we are actually tied into the university. So the university has three kind of components. The educational pieces where you actually go on campus and take classes. Then we've got the research branch, so we've got our experimental stations out there, and then we've got extension. So the extension actually is we're an outreach or a branch of the university, but we bring the research-based information of the university to the hands of the people.
Okay. And is this just Teller County or just Colorado, or is it beyond?
We're in every state and in all the U.S. territories. We're tied into all the military bases with our 4-H program. So Extension is it's about bringing the research-based information from the university to the hands of the people, helping them make better informed decisions because we aren't selling anything. Okay. So because we're research-based, we're relatively non-biased, although research is always changing. And so as research changes and as new information comes out, we then adapt our programs to then bring in the community and help change that. And so really what we're doing is to help people help themselves.
Okay, great. And without maybe an agenda so much, just the actual purpose is to help people, not so much a company trying to steer people in a certain direction.
Absolutely. So just for a quick example, here in Teller County, we've had some mountain pine beetle issues and other forestry issues over the last decade or more. And so people in the forestry industry who are there to, like you said, sell products, whatever it may be.
Sure.
They may be knocking on doors saying, "Oh, the sky is falling. You've got to make sure you do this to your trees and before this time frame." And so people come to us and go, "Is that true or not?" Right. And so I will say, well, if you do have this insect, here would be the time to treat it, or here are the ways that you would treat it. And so we're able to provide information and resources because, again, we don't sell anything. Right. We just provide the information and some tools and resources for them to be able to take action.
Oh, that's great. What are some things that the Extension is currently doing in the community?
So right now, some of our key programs, and we'll talk about this in a later, I guess, conversation with us is going to be 4-H.
Further program.
So 4-H is our youth-based program. It's the largest youth program in the United States. That's what I think a lot of people recognize us for. If you say 4-H, but they may not recognize that's Extension.
Sure.
Here in Teller County, one of our other big programs is our Master Gardener program, and you can say, well, wow, I didn't know we can really grow anything up here, and it is
why we need the Master Gardeners, right?
Absolutely. So that's part of the reason why we are here and why we do the gardening programs, and we help educate people on really what does grow here, what some of the best techniques are, some season extending opportunities so that you can grow beyond our very short limited 90-day growing season.
How do you keep the deer out of your garden? Oh my gosh, that's a tough one.
The deer and all the other critters out there, absolutely.
Tell you what, and more people are wanting to grow their own food and be self-sufficient, so I'm sure that is really helpful information.
And Family and Consumer Sciences is certainly one of our flagship programs as well. So helping people learn how to can, how to certainly some of the farmers market stuff is out there right now. Just basically health and well-being programs that we're working on.
Oh, that's great.
And another one that we're working on right now that's kind of a recent development is renewable energy and all its different facets and how that may apply in different areas.
Yeah, that's great. I'm sure a lot of questions. I keep seeing things about how you can get free solar panels, and I'm like, I don't know. We'll see how free that might be.
Absolutely.
Well, who decides what programs you're going to do or what you're going to pursue? How does that get figured out?
That's a really great question, Amy.
Thank you. I thought about that a lot, Mark.
I'm sure you did. Yeah. So as far as the questions go, or what programs we do here in Teller County, it really is about each community deciding what they want to do themselves. There are some kind of pushes from the university saying we obviously have to have a 4-H program, but kind of beyond that, it's looking at each community individually and identifying what their needs are. Okay. So we kind of do some formal and informal needs assessments and kind of identifying what maybe agencies or other nonprofits or government organizations or programs are already in place, and to make sure we don't replicate those. Okay. Or if we have some stuff to add to some of those other programs, what's nice about that is that we can actually tie into those and have a greater reach. So it's really about what the needs of the communities are, finding those gaps and filling them.
Okay, so if something's already out there, that's not going to be where you guys jump in, but you can maybe connect somebody with that information, and then when it's not out there, that's when you know, all right, we need to get in there and get this figured out.
Yeah, and I think it's a really good statement there that we connect. I think that's one of the primary things that Extension does is we connect people.
That's
so
great.
There's a lot of people who call me with different issues because or problems or and I may not be the right person, or maybe another agency who I'm aware of who does it better or who has all the resources. I definitely point them to that, and so we create this collaborative, connective force. So it's kind of like this spider web weaves out that people ask me questions. I say, oh, you should talk to them, or this is the people you need to go to, or here's where you should be directing this information to.
Great. Well, how does somebody find out more? How do they get a hold of you? How do they learn more about this wonderful group and all the different things you guys do?
Well, I have an office here in Woodland Park. I'm at 800 Research Drive, so it's over by the Tamarack Center over there.
Yep.
So my suite over there is 230.
Okay.
We've got our state website, which
Okay.
you can find all your local, if you're outside the state or if you're outside the county here even, you can go to other counties' websites from our state link there that we have provided here below. And also you can call me at 686-7961 or stop by my office and I will have all kinds of good material and information to provide you.
Great. Are there other opportunities that you would like people to know about that are part of the extension?
Well, there are. One of the key things that we do with Extension is that make us run is our volunteer programs. So we always need volunteers for our 4-H, for our youth program. We also need them for our Master Gardener program and also for our Native Plant Master program. So those are the three of them here in the county that we need volunteers for to help support the programming and all the good work we do.
Wonderful. Well, I'm really looking forward to Teller Netcast working with you in the Extension group. We're going to have lots of great information to get out into the world, and I so appreciate your time. Everyone stick around because we're going to have more information about this group, about 4-H and some other things. But Mark, thank you so much for coming in. This was just wonderful information. You guys check it out. If you need to know just about anything in the whole world, Mark's your guy.